Hello dear students, welcome to the online education of class 7th science. So dear students, in the previous class we were discussing about the exercise part of the lesson winds, storms and cyclones. So today let us continue the remaining part of the exercise. So we have stopped at the question number 4. So so far we have completed. So now let's go for the question number 5. So here explain why holes are made in hanging banners and hoardings. Okay, it's very important. So dear students, you might have seen the banners and hoardings have been tied to the high places, to the poles, okay, in order to give the advertisements regarding the political parties, political leaders, or to give the advertisement of our schools and colleges of the toppers. Okay, so even the commercial advertisements, like jewelry, everything. Okay, so offers, discounts, such kind of banners and hoardings you might have seen. So you might have observed that carefully the holes are made in that hanging banners and hoardings. Okay, so if you observe carefully, you will come to know that why the holes are made in the hanging banners and hoardings. It's quite simple. So as you know that air exerts pressure in all the objects. Okay, so it is air exerts pressure. So the winds which are blowing in a high speed, they may break the or displace the many things. Okay, so when the winds are blowing at a very high speed, what they may do, they may break the things or displace the things in which they are passing. Okay, so if the holes are not made in these hanging banners or hoardings, so there is a if the holes are made, suppose the holes are made in these hanging banners as well as hoardings, then the air can easily, the high speed wind or air can pass through these holes, hence which reduces the air pressure which is exerted on the banners and hoardings. If the holes are not made, there is no way for the air to escape or to pass through pass through the holes, hence the banners can be easily break. Okay, they can be break, or they may misplace. Okay, so hence the holes should be made so that the pressure exerted by the air can be reduced by passing the air through the holes. So that is why holes are made in hanging banners as well as hoardings. This is very important. So try to observe this event. So if any hoardings and banners are tied in your area, you just observe that there will be compulsory the holes are made. Okay, so now let's go for the question number 6. How will you help your neighbors in case of cyclones approach your village or a town? Suppose think that a cyclone is approaching your village or a town. So how are you going to approach that, your neighbors? How are you going to help your neighbors? So when the cyclone is approaching your city or town, so then what are the precautionary measures? How are you going to help your friends or neighbors? Let us look at it here. So when the cyclone, in case of cyclone approaches your city, so the neighbors should be very much you must help the neighbors in the following ways. How it is? See, the first one, by helping them in moving the cyclone shelters and other safe places. See, first thing what you need to do is you have to help them in moving to the cyclone shelters. You might have seen during the flood situation what the district administration people do. So they are going to shift the people of the villages who are getting affected by the flood water. So they would be shifted to the nearest safest places such as high schools, schools. Okay, so higher places they will be shifted. So in such manner, so the people should be shifted to the cyclone shelters, we can say, and even maybe cyclone shelter or any safe place which is away from the cyclone hit area. Okay, that is the first thing. So second thing is by asking them to take necessary steps, okay, to shift the animals and vehicles and some household goods to safe places. See, you must help them to shift their animals if they have any domestic animals. So you must help them to take the necessary steps for shifting the animals and household things, goods, and even the vehicles if they have, okay, to the safe places. And the third one is by calling the emergency services. Okay, see, suppose if any emergency services is needed for you people, so at that time you must have the emergency number so that you can call the police or a fire brigade and even medical centers when required. See, so anybody is sick at the cyclone hit time, so you must have the number so that you can call those people and you can consult them. So next question, we'll go for the question number 7 here. So what planning is required in advance to deal with the situation created by the cyclone? Okay, so there is something situation is created for cyclone. So what are the plannings you must have or required so in advance? So those are the following planning must be required so to deal with the situation of the created by the cyclone. What are those? Let's see here. So facilities for cyclone prediction. See, first thing is that so cyclone prediction should be done, means facilities for the cyclone prediction means so the cyclone is going to hit our place advance, you must know that in advance. So such cyclone predictions and facility you must have, and also forecasting, not only prediction, even forecasting should be done through the radios, news channels, okay, or newspapers, WhatsApp groups, like that. Okay, forecasting should also be done, which can give the cyclone warning in advance. By forecasting you can give the cyclone warning in advance. And the second one is quick information and communication linkages. See, information should be given very quickly, and also communication linkages also should be given in proper time, okay, so that information can be spread to large number of people in less time, very quickly. Okay, and the third one is construction of cyclone shelters. So this is very important. When the cyclone is going to hit in now within 4-5 hours, at that time you cannot go for the cyclone shelters. It should be built at least 1 week or 4-5 days before. So construction of cyclone shelters, and also arrangement of the people for moving the people to the safest places from the cyclone hit area, so safely during the cyclone. So these are the things planning should be required before the cyclone could hit our area, so which due to the cyclone attack. Okay, so this is the answer for that. So now let's go for the question number 8. So which of the following places is unlikely to be affected by a cyclone? See, here there are 3 options they are given. Which of the following places is unlikely to be hit by the cyclone? It's not able is going to be hit by a cyclone. So what are those? See, so first one is Chennai, then Mangalore, then Amritsar, Puri. Okay, among these, which is unlikely to be hit by cyclone? See, Chennai, it is the coastline, so it is going to be hit by a cyclone most of the times, and even Mangalore also, that is also going to hit by cyclone. So Amritsar and Puri also, it is present in Odisha. Okay, it is also going to be hit by a cyclone, whereas Amritsar cannot be, because it's not in the cyclone hit area, means it is not in the coastal area, it's in Punjab. Okay, hence there is no, it is unlikely to be affected by a cyclone. So question number 9 now. So which of the following statements given below statements is correct? Okay, first one, in winter the winds flow from the land to the ocean. Yes, of course, it is correct. So during the winter season the winds flow from land towards the ocean, so that's why it is called land breeze. We call it as a land breeze. So second one is, in summer the winds flow from the land towards the ocean. It is incorrect statement. So in summer the winds flow from the ocean towards the land, so hence it is called sea breeze. Okay, so third one, a cyclone is formed by a very high pressure system with a very high speed winds revolving around it. So this is the incorrect statement. A cyclone is always formed by a very low pressure system with a high speed winds revolving around it. Okay, so that's why the low pressure system reason, that's why it is called as eye of the cyclone. Okay, last one is the coastline of India is not vulnerable to cyclones. So this is totally incorrect. So the coastline of our India, eastern and western, or both the cyclone hit areas, both the coastline of our India is very much vulnerable to cyclones. So dear students, I hope you have understood these question answers, and write down these question answers very systematically in your exercise book, and so that it will be helpful to you for the examination. Thank you and have a nice day.